how quickly did success come from the moment you guys put it up on Steam and it's what is alpha phase?
So yeah, we did like this pre-alpha back in June last year, which no one should have played. It was like a prototype. It's the kind of version of a game that companies never show. It's an internal playtest, and we decided, to hell with it. We got 600 streamers, people who'd supported Battle Royale and on H1 and Arma, and kind of said, listen, come try this out. And it was rough,
Right.
and it was really rough, but it was just a concept. Then for the first alpha testing, we just opened it up to streamers and said, here, listen, go stream the game. Let's show people this evolution. Let's show people the birth of a game, essentially.
Was it all the clout you had built up over the years, you think, that gave it that spark of life?
Oh, I think so. I mean, I've always been very helpful to streamers, especially in the Arma 3 Battle Royale. Like if they wanted servers for custom like sub Sundays or something, I would host servers for them. A lot of them I gave like 50 or 60 streamers like the observer tool, so they could just go in and watch the end of matches, and you ended up having great shoutcasters being born out of that. So I was very friendly with streamers, and I never asked them for anything. I just, here's a game, if you like it you can play it. I never kind of chased people to play my game. At
what point did it like explode though? Because for me, it just happened like a couple of months ago where it was just like,
all of a sudden there was like everyone is talking about it.
Yeah,
no, I mean, I think like we had a very good launch. We were, I think, 1 million copies sold in like 16 days or something.
So from the
like,
beginning, it was a wildfire.
It was like we were just going like this from the start, which
that's incredible.
And it's surreal to us, and I think it's great that it happened like that because it was so surreal. It didn't really sink in,
That's nuts, dude.
And the team. We're focused on making the game. We're not out celebrating. For every we were doing like a dinner for every 1 million copies we sold, but they had to stop that because that was going out every week, right?
So
then it was like,
ridiculous.
okay, every 10 million copies, right? And then we go out for a dinner with the whole team, have some drinks, and then it's back to work. We're very. There's no celebration. Even me, like I'm not running around the place like popping champagne, and that's not what I do. I like working.
So before you were on a shoestring, you were on welfare.
Oh, yeah.
The game was literally funded by welfare. Now you have pretty much all the resources you could ask for in terms of money.
Yeah.
How has that changed the development of the game?
Oh, nothing. I mean, the development plan still is in place. We're still trying to. We've had a plan for this year, and now 1.0 is kind of, that plan is now done, and now we move to next year, and building it as a platform for esports and all this kind of other work we have to do, like character leveling and all these other systems. We want to add the polish to the game, and we still want to plan what we want to do for the next year. So that's after we get 1.0 out the door, we sit down and do more meetings and try to figure out what we want to do next year. So
has the money enabled you to do something more with the game that you previously didn't think you could do?
This is what I mean. Vaulting, for example. Like when we didn't put that in at early access launch because we didn't have the funds to get the people to program it or the time to do it. Really, that's the other thing. Like,
is it that hard to program? Just like the mechanic of jumping out the window? Because it seems so simple, obviously, to a layman. Yeah.
So you have to first get the vaulting animations, which meant us going to Prague and capturing mocap for about a day and a half, and then you import that into the game. That's another process of like actually tweaking and stuff like that the animators do, and then you have to write the system. So our map is not built for vaulting. A lot of maps are built with vaulting in mind, right? Our map never had vaulting in mind, so we had to build a system that was dynamic, that like it scans the geometry in front of you and then analyzes and go, okay, this is this high. And to get that working smoothly took about 3 months of work.
That's incredible.
And even like each animation has, let's say 10 states, and every state has X amount of animation. So like every animation may have like 100 different, actions within it. And doing all that, it's an inordinate amount of time, and to get it run smoothly and that it doesn't send people into space, it's,
right.
It's
but that can be true for every game, because the simple act of jumping out the window, but it's just because the game was already made without vaulting in mind.
Exactly. So we had to
challenging.
we had to make a dynamic system that worked with the environment rather than the environment working with the vaulting system. But it's great because now the system means that we don't have to worry about making the map specifically vaultable, that this vaulting system will work, that we have a lot of freedom when we come to designing the map, that we can design it whatever way we want, and the vaulting will just work.
Right.